2, 1.
Hello everyone, great to see you. I do hope that you're well. Welcome to another Monday Club. This Monday evening, the greatest place to get all your model railway news, views and hanging out online. So we've currently not got the chat up on screen in a way that I can read very well, so I'm going to improvise and pretend that we were really well planned at the start here. Somebody's trying to call me, but so we've got Smallwood Junction, Richard Swiderski, RG Models 86, Warbler Productions, Flymo Chairman 1, Harry Sedgwick, Valleys 56XX, Mr. Pal, that's Mr. Pal to you. We've also got Harry Sedgwick, Yaharic, Colin Edwards, Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, Marcus Muggins, David Scott, Sun Bedouin Model Railway, Vobert Becking, Flymo Chairman 1, Livestein Nick, Paul Grant, Olsen Bricks, Ruben Ashwell, Jordan Hunter, Andy Stewart, Caroline Rogers, Anthony, Mike Lane TT120, Claude Hamilton, Dave the Trains, Martin Parkinson, Mike Lane TT120. Hello to you all. It's
Could
so
you do that
great
again
to see.
in the form of some kind of folk ballad?
What's this? Are we going to read out the names in the chat through the medium of dance? No. Oh, Peter Joyce says, "Hi Jennifer, happy birthday."
Yes.
Yes, it was my birthday to me.
You
It's
belong
lots
in
of
the
30.
zoo. You act like a monkey. Stop throwing your poo.
Oh yes, so I get the special version,
Yes.
do I? Right. What else have we got going on here? So,
Ham Shackleton says, "Oi!" and me.
What? Oh yeah, hello, I'm Shackleton. Okay. Right, so we've got a guest coming on. James from Thunderbolt Models will be on to talk about Covrail, a really great new exhibition. And it really is nice to see some of the retailers putting on shows. Now, we always have to support the retailers, especially in these difficult times. We've heard news that 53A Models, John and Sue Turner, who've been running 53A Models since, I think it's about 1986, something like that. I mean, it's a part of my childhood.
40 years.
It's a part of my childhood. I can remember going there in the late 1980s with my father, popping there on and off every time I went to visit my grandmother over in Cottingham. My dad and I would always find an excuse to pop
sneak
down.
off.
Yeah. It's like, we're just
Just going out to check the car still works.
Yeah. we would it was a rite of passage. Always great to go there. And so growing up, actually, 53A Models was a model shop that I visited quite frequently. So really quite sad. I mean, I completely understand they are retiring. So, there's nothing untoward happening. But, again...
Once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, once they're gone, they're gone. And unfortunately, we lose another model shop. It makes Hull a barren void without model shop, which is most unfortunate.
To be fair, if you're from Lancashire, you talk about Hull. It is a barren void.
Actually, I really like Hull. I'm going to be controversial here and say that I have quite an affinity to the city of Hull. I just think it's quite a nice place.
I have to admit, if I hadn't gone to Durham for uni, I would have gone to Hull. It was my backup, I have to admit that. Because it was nice, and they had a good physics department, and they let me play with lasers.
Laser beams. All I ask for
They told
was
me to keep away.
fucking laser beam.
They told me to keep away from the lasers at Durham.
What did you accidentally give the lecturer a Brazilian and 20/20 vision or something?
No, I wasn't allowed near it after I accidentally irradiated myself in the particle physics lab.
What did you irradiate yourself with?
Strontium.
Strontium 90? You should have turned into Johnny Alpha.
No.
Right. Big Boy 4018 says we had a train show in Mobile a couple of weeks ago. Took 3 of the grandkids. They enjoyed it as much as I did too. Brilliant. And Claude Hamilton says I am attending Ali Pali as an MRC steward and punter. brilliant. And it's you guys that make these shows happen. Really, it is. Chobberton Junction, great to see you. So nothing wrong with Hull to be a Hollensian. I've not heard of Hollensian before. Never did ask my dad what people from Hull were called. I think his answer would probably be strange. I'm from Cottingham. Mr. Pal says, can I have the birthday song for my 60th this week? Happy birthday to you, squash tomatoes and stew, bread and butter in the gutter. Happy birthday to you. And Zantek says, is that the repaired Class 25 rat doing the rounds? Yes, actually.
Is it?
No, not that one you're looking at. The one with the parcels train is the one that's repaired, doing the rounds and just showing that.
I still can't wait for that new parcels one, the Royal Mail one, to arrive. When the one that was announced. With the working...
the TPO, Travelling Post Office. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
I might even let you play with it.
Right, anyway, quickly, before we get our lovely guest on, we do have some news. So the big news is the press release that's dropped from Model U. Yes. Not just a press release, actually, but also some models. And this
if you'd like to hold them up, my dear.
Yeah, so these are TT120.
Yes, I have the announcement here. We're pleased to announce 9 brand new full-colour TT120 crew packs. You don't have to paint these yourself. This is an amazing thing. They're just printed.
They are full colour.
The quality is amazing. I mean,
and can I just say as well?
You can kind of see them there, but there. If I bring these in, that is full colour as well.
Yeah, that's me and the monkey in full colour.
And I'd like to point another thing out in the middle of this.
Yes.
Andy from Sawyer Models is the only person who'll have me and you at Ali Pally in full colour. Yeah,
so if you want to buy me and the Cupboard Monkey in full colour, so basically what you see is how they come, and these are available exclusively from Sawyer Models at the Alexandra Palace show. Sadly, your Monday Club badge discount will not get an extra discount, but he is doing a deal where you save £2 off the RRP if you buy the pair together, which actually works out at a bigger discount than the Monday Club discount.
So they're available on the website now, says Andy. But have a look at these. These are cool. So each pack features 2 highly detailed figures produced using our full-colour 3D printing process. Could you open one up and have a look at it?
Yeah, I mean, these are quite tiny. And what I should say as well is these have been very specifically designed to be an easy modification-free fit into the relevant locomotives.
And I'm looking forward to fitting some. I haven't yet because I wanted to have them ready for the show, but I'm going to be fitting them to some of my TT120 stuff.
It's very difficult to... These cameras don't like to focus close to...
I should have brought up my magnifying glasses.
But what I can say from these is the detail and the colour definition really is great. You can even recognise features.
I'm going to read this through. We have a Class 37 BR crew, a Class 37 BR crew with high vis, a Class 50 BR crew, Class 50 with high vis, Class 66 high vis, and 66 modern with 1 or 2 people, and then a Class 43 with BR crew. So that's a good range.
Yeah,
that's a really good range, and they look good. I'm really looking forward to playing about with these.
Richard Gruters, at the moment we're just in 00, but that's down to the fact that we're an exclusive for this coming weekend with Sawyer Models. They are available already through the Sawyer Models website to purchase. So if you're not going to Ali Pally, you can grab them a mail order. Although do bear in mind that Andy and the crew will be at Ali Pally, so there may be a delay in dispatch until next week because they're going to be at the show. But if you're going to the show, it's a great idea to pick them up from the stand.
Any other news?
No, that's probably about it.
There is one more news.
Yeah.
What have you got over there?
Oh yeah,
going back and forward.
My birthday present. Yes. So you've
roving cam.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
it.
Yeah, I know it doesn't. Right. Anyway, we've got a De Winton vertical boiler job that the Cupboard Monkey painted it up. Yeah, for my birthday.
Yeah.
So there you are. Steve Maxwell says, thank you, Zoe, for my 4 Monday Club badges. Nearly got them all. Got to get them all.
Grunky Mon,
Yeah,
gotta catch 'em
Ben
all.
Tullett says, even the likes of Nock are doing in colour 3D printed items.
It's a good thing.
This is the future, and we've said this time and time again. This is how the Star Trek replicator starts out. And we've seen the advancement. I remember the very, very early 3D prints were like, it's like blocky as anything. They were like, yeah, if you say so. And people, oh, look at that, I've printed it first. And yeah, if you say so.
And now I can tell who they are.
Some of these actually are such high quality that the colour prints, you wouldn't realise they were 3D printed.
Well, remember the colour prints that were in, I think it was Tidfield Thunderbolt?
Oh, yes, yes.
Compare them to the colour 3D prints now.
That
was only a year.
Yeah, and that was, they were like really early 3D colour prints.
They were cutting edge. And now it's gone even further for cutting edge.
Yeah, Andy Fry's Junction says, I see a loco body behind the 03. Is that for the new 009 layout? Yes, that was actually... it's a 4D's 3D printed kit. I've got the box here, and it was very kindly actually gifted to me from a very, very kind individual. Harry, also known as Steam Shield, and they very, very kindly...
He's in this...
Steam Shield. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So thank you belatedly so much.
Can I just point out that you did live action role playing at university and could not recognise the word shield?
There may be letters in a different order.
It says Steam Shield.
No. But look, thank you so much. So really, really generous of you. And actually, I really enjoyed. Let me see if I can.
You did enjoy it. I remember seeing all the photo updates you were sending out.
Yeah. So this has come out really well. Do you want to make me full screen? I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you before we go to our guest. I'm just checking on the time. So I'm just trying to get it to focus on it. It's a little bit difficult with this camera. So I haven't motorized it, but the kit does come with a 3D printed chassis, a non-working one. So actually, as you get it, there's the full beans, what you want. And I've painted this up to be another member of my growing Javanese sugarcane railway fleet with the number 3 on there. I need to add a balloon stack instead of the stovepipe chimney. And I've actually got a really clever idea of how to do that, but I'll share that with you when I've checked to see if it works.
Make sure it works, yes.
Yes.
So, Jen.
A big hello, SHGP Media. We've got Mike at Pudham Junction as well, Simon Trains Model Railway. We have latecomers Gandalf. I do not have this stick, so you're going to have to work for your biscuits.
Late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they...
Oh, somebody said roll VT. Oh, hold on. Roll VT.
Welcome to the Monday Club, your online model rail club for all the news, gossip, layout tours and more with your host, broadcaster and model maker, Jennifer Kirk.
So we're back. Right, so we're
You're
going
so professional, aren't you?
Very, very. So if you'd like to activate the bat phone, and we're just going to get James from Thunderbolt Models on the line. So hopefully all is well. It's like Saturday morning kids TV where they'd start to ring people. So I see we've got James on the bat phone. Hello there.
Hi.
Great to see you. I hope you are well, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. And it's been a little while in coming, actually, because you're involved with Thunderbolt Models, and Thunderbolt Models has been a great supporter of the Monday Club since I think they were one of the first shops to join the badge scheme. So a huge thank you so much for that, and hopefully that's worked out just great for you. But you're not on to talk primarily about that. So welcome on, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, could I just say that it's a joy and a pleasure to be here this evening, and fantastic to be able to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing. I mean, the first thing is really how I got into the hobby. I have to say it was very reluctantly and frankly very carefully as well. You know, I was asked to write an article for an online magazine from the perspective of an outsider to the hobby. Now, obviously, I had a lot of preconceptions, etc., and some of them were negative, and some of them were positive, etc. But I went along to one of the Great Central Railway exhibitions. So it must have been about 4 or 5 years ago now, and I was staggered by what I actually found. It was very, very different from what I'd expected. I think the key thing was that as I watched people queuing to come in, they would get to the point where they'd pay their money, and they'd take their receipt, take one step, and it was as though the whole of the cares of life just fell off them. And they then walked forward. They weren't in a trance as though they'd just taken some soma or anything like that. It was the highest level of sustained contentment that I think I've ever seen in one place at one time.
I mean, that's one of the things they do say about, hobbies in general, but particularly model railways, is they are brilliant for mental health. And we saw that actually during lockdown, when a lot of people actually came into the hobby looking for something to kind of as an escape from all of this horrible stuff that was going on in the world. And it's like you say, you see that at shows, people go in and it's just all the cares of the world are gone. It's just pure fun when they get in there.
Yeah. Well, I talked to a lot of people at the event and had the opportunity to talk to some people that I knew well to sort of check whether what I was interpreting was correct and fair, if you see what I mean. But I was very, very intrigued, and I came to a number of conclusions from that, and they've developed over the years. Now, the first is I think the hobby gives a lot of people, and particularly men, I will differentiate for women at the moment, but I think that there are generalities in common. But particularly for men, I think that they don't have very many outlets in their work and perhaps in their family as well, to be able to feed their artistic side and their creative talents, and to have a way of expressing it all.
Yes, yeah.
Now, the second part of it was the social network and a group. And I think, again, men particularly need a group, particularly of other men. And it's all a hierarchy, and all the blokes know where they are in it, etc. And, just to be a bloke amongst other blokes, I think it does something to, or feeds the reptilian brain. That we all have, and is a need that I'm not sure that people necessarily get from elsewhere. And then the third thing was we live life at a hectic pace, and we need to feed the soul, and particularly perhaps when we're older and we're starting to slow down a little bit because perhaps we've reached where we're going to be in work, or we're retiring, etc. And all of a sudden you need various things which perhaps you were able to do without previously in your life. And so having reached all of that, I wanted to find out more.
And what's quite interesting is you're not a railway modeller yourself.
No. My sort of, I was going to say nemesis, but I suppose an oldest friend, Terry, worked with him in Thunderbolt Models and in model railway events. He's used just about every possible subterfuge and dirty, dastardly and muckly trick in order to get me to actually start building something. But so far I've been able to resist. But what keeps me in the hobby really is, I think during COVID, Terry and Dale started Thunderbolt Models. And fairly shortly afterwards, I expressed an interest. And they sort of said, "Yeah, you can join, etc." And they made me chairman, which is a highfalutin title. It really means that I just mosey about saying boots fit, mail getting through, marvelous, etc. But the real reason was that they both knew that I was going to, in the event of a problem, I would cast a vote in favour of the company for what I thought was in the best interest.
And presumably as well, because you didn't have a vested interest in something. I know from speaking to other retailers, sometimes there can be a difficulty. If you yourself are a railway modeller, you end up being a little bit biased. So, for example, maybe you stock more of one thing than another, not because that's commercially sensible, but because you think, oh, well, I like that, I'll have 20 of them because everybody else must like it as well. And I guess you come to the business without that baggage. You can see it for the pure pound, shilling and pence and go, actually, this is the route the business has to take to be successful.
Are you saying it's not a good idea to get high in your own supply?
Well, yes, there is a little bit of that. I said, oh, I just have one of those for my layout.
Listen, I can definitely see that the chaps seem to go to a show and come back and say, oh, I bought this for the company. I can't wait to try this out.
Yeah, and it's like, guys, you're supposed to come back with more money than you went there with, not the other way round.
But, people can say, look, well, what do you get out of it if you're not doing modelling, etc.? Why, where is your thing? And I look at the actual modelling side of it, and I can appreciate it, and I can really love it, but it just doesn't do it for me. So therefore, I think it's better that I don't model and that I wait until a point when it actually really does work for me. And my satisfaction comes from seeing the pleasure that other people are getting when they make a find of something, maybe at one of the exhibitions, or they've made something, or they had an idea and they said, I don't know, maybe this will work. And it does. And then, I see the look on their face and the satisfaction, and that gives me pleasure. And I feel that all men, and including me, are slightly autistic. I think it's one of the definitions of the male brain.
They call it a spectrum, which means by definition we're all somewhere on the spectrum.
Yeah, but we see and we want the detail.
Yeah,
and I think there's an old adage that says, if a man works with his hands, he's a labourer. And if a man works with his hands and his head, then he's a craftsman. And if that man works with his hands, his head, and his heart, then he's an artist.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a very, very good and true old saying, and I think that the hobby allows all three categories to engage with the hobby and with other people in it, and to get satisfaction. So the hobby caters for everyone. And I look, and as an example of this, I'd look at DCC. Is it merely more detail? Is it finer granularity, and it gives more control? And so there are, I think it's much more than, frankly, just putting some lights on, having the train stop at a red light or whatever it happens to be. And jokingly, I think sometimes it's less of a hobby and more of an obsessive compulsion.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
And I think the hobby is great for mental health in so many ways, but I think in some respects there's also an element of, here is a small world over which I have absolute control, and what I say goes, which it can be quite cathartic if you come home from a horrible day at the office or wherever, to then have that environment where you are the lord of everything that you see and it happens how you want it to happen. That can actually be quite nice and very helpful to mental health.
Absolutely. It's fantastic reassurance for all trainee deities.
Yes. Yes, that all these little people do exactly what I want them to do. But so what would be your personal hobby of choice? How would you kick back and relax and unwind if it's not model railways?
Well, my knees will no longer allow me to do all the things that I wanted to do and enjoyed doing. I played rugby, not at a high level or anything like that, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'd play a hard game. I never fouled anybody. And my view was I'd get off the pitch. You shower, you change, get into the bar and talk to the person who nearly took your head off in whatever tackle it was, the other one who took out your midriff at the same time. And it was a very social activity. Now, I mean, after I left the regular forces, I was in the reserve for a number of years, and I thoroughly enjoyed all of that. But I mean, but that's not the story here. But what I do find that the military gave me was an ability to have clarity of thought and also to communicate clearly what that thought is. And so it's less important, unfortunately, to many exactly what you're saying rather than whether you're saying the right thing. And so what we find, or I find, is when I'm writing, for example, an event overview to tell people what we're planning, it's effectively a warning order. It's what, when, where, what's it doing, what are you doing about it, etc. And all of the things that you should be prepared for. The event document, that's an admin instruction and a joining instruction. Everybody knows what they need to do, what, when, where, and why. And so, I've transferred my interest in a lot of the other hobbies and activities that I had into model railways, and all of these thought processes are completely transferable.
And so is that some of the background behind the Covrail 26, which is, to go from running a model shop to then also running quite a big show? That's quite a big step. And so what's the thinking behind this show? Because I know you're raising money for a really good cause out of this show as well. But just give us a little bit of a talk through the event and what made you decide that this was the direction that you wanted to go in.
Well, we went to a lot of different shows, etc. Some of them absolutely wonderful. I've just been to Abingdon's, and it was superb. Really well run. Fantastic event as far as I'm concerned. They were terribly disappointed. They said, "Oh, we've had a slightly down on numbers this year." If there wasn't a dearth of people, it was absolutely fantastic. And what I've looked at is, again, market deeping is a perfect example. I've looked at what I think are some really fantastic, high quality shows and said, that's what I want to emulate and build on. So our aim is to produce high quality model railway events, but I want them to be friendly. I want an inclusive atmosphere. So one of the key things we look at when we're looking at finding a venue is that there is really, really good disabled access.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I want a good balance of exhibition layouts, both in terms of gauge, size, the concept behind them, and across all of the major scales. And I want traders from across the spectrum that meet the needs of all the people who are going to be coming. But I want to have roughly double the number of layouts to the number of traders, because if you get too many traders, then they're competing for the same people coming through, and therefore it's not financially viable for them all necessarily to be there. I mean, our passion is to promote model railway clubs.
Yes.
And we find that they're incredibly important to the running and the well-being of the hobby, and also to the social aspect for all the people who are in the hobby. And we want it all to be delivered at a reasonable cost to both the visitors and the traders. So we want a great and safe place for people to display their work and their projects for other people to then be able to appreciate it and to get their ideas. And I'm excited personally. I come back to what is in it for me in the hobby.
Yes.
I get really excited to see fantastically imaginative and high quality layouts with almost unbelievable interpretation of what they're depicting and the passion with which they're presented.
Yeah.
If you have an interest in layouts, the people are expressing their passions of their creators, and they promote thought and camaraderie to both veterans and newcomers to the hobby.
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
I could stop there, but I really would like to just say that some of the layouts, they are works of art. They're not just something which a bit of track which a train goes round.
Yeah,
they are works of art in the proper meaning of the word. I look at 3D. I call it 3D impressionism. Okay, it's where the artist tricks the eye so that the viewer sees and feels what the artist actually intended.
Yeah.
And if we take any impressionist painter, whether it's Van Gogh or Renoir, Munch, etc., they drew us in to see things and to feel things that they didn't actually paint. They made us see that. When you look at a lot of the Renoir in Paris, for example, he didn't paint rain, but you see it because that's what he has said you should actually see.
Yes.
And that's what I think these some of the really, really best layouts are. And I think it was at Market Deeping, so probably 4 or 5 years ago, there was a fairly small framed layout, and it was basically just of a seafront with a seawall close to the front and an esplanade behind it, and then the buildings. And it only had about 2 foot of track on it, just enough for something to come on and then go off again. But there were 2 things that I really loved. And the first was that the 3D buildings, apart from being built really beautifully, they merged using perspective really, really well into the 2D background. And then secondly, it was the lighting. It was a really sort of yellow light. It was an early dawn after the thunderstorm. And I've seen that light many, many times when I've been on exercise at stand 2, when cold and shivering, crouched in a trench, looking out, going, when does this end? I just want to have some breakfast, a hot cup of tea, etc., etc. And then the sun bursts out, and a glorious new day begins. And that layout spoke to me, and it moved me profoundly. Because of the artistry that was involved. And now for a little bit of the... Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, I know exactly where you're coming from. It's a lot of times when we go to exhibitions, one of the things that we tend to do is we'll kind of try and pick 5 layouts that really stand out to us. And what's really interesting is that each person will probably pick 5 different layouts that have spoken to them in some way that they've really found quite awe-inspiring. And it's what I like about the hobby, that it's such a broad church that, you know, there's always something for everybody amongst the layouts.
I have to say, though, what you've been seeing tonight, Terence, the way you approach the view of the artistry of the layouts is very much how I do it. I think if we were going round a trade show together, not a trade show, an exhibition together, we would probably pick similar layouts. The way you're explaining it is much better than the way I explain it.
Yeah, you basically put into words what she was trying to articulate and couldn't quite find the words for. But give us some details on Covrail 26, because I know you've had to recently change venue. So have you got the details of the new venue and the dates that it's on, so that people know where to find it? And is there a website where they can find more information?
Yes, it's actually in Ryton on Dunsmore, at a place called Sports Connections. So it's just a couple of minutes off the A45 and the A46. So if you're anywhere near Coventry, that's it. You're going to get on those roads probably.
I know exactly where it is. I was there this morning at Dunchurch, so I probably drove past the venue this morning.
Right. So it's got two. It is a venue place. So they're not, letting out a hall that is otherwise used for other things. They are letting it out deliberately. So we've got the larger of the two halls, and it's got a nice soft floor. Everybody will be really pleased to know.
That's worth its weight in gold. Particularly if you're an exhibitor or a trader, standing on a hard floor all day is really hard on the ankles.
Yeah. Now, at the moment, and I did just tot it up before coming on, we've got 47 layouts coming, 23 traders and 12 others. Now, these are societies, club PR hubs, and we've got Help for Heroes who are bringing a stand.
Oh, wonderful.
Now, the 27th of June is actually Armed Forces Day. So we're going to hold a 2-minute silence at 11 o'clock.
Yep.
And veterans and serving armed forces personnel get free entry.
Excellent.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's a small gesture from two old duffers to say thank you very much and to remember some of our friends.
Absolutely.
Now, there's a range of food. We've got everything from bacon baps through jacket potatoes and a barbecue to snacks and quick food in the hall.
Yeah.
We've got soft drinks and I need a better drum roll, a dedicated bar which we've asked to put on some real ale.
Oh, wow. I think that'll go down well.
I have a feeling
Jen
will not be coming home on that night.
Yeah, I should make it clear the venue doesn't allow people to sleep in cars overnight, not on site.
No. And technically, if you're drunk, you can't sleep in your car anyway.
But anyway, so the focus of Covrail is basically on Midland layouts, because it's a Midland show.
Yeah.
But we've got some layouts from out-of-area friends. So, for example, Market Deeping are producing one of their superb layouts for us. And Adrian from UK Model Shop Directory is bringing one of his layouts. So it'll be nice to see him and give everybody a chance to say thanks very much for running UK Model Shop Directory for so many years.
Yes.
You know. And at this show, we're really pleased to say that we've got 7 first-time shows for layouts. And we've also got an additional 4 layouts which have been out fewer than 3 times.
That's excellent. So it's definitely a show where you can see something that you won't have seen elsewhere.
Absolutely, and the pièce de la résistance, you can tell I'm excited because I've gone into French. I made a French master cry at school,
You weren't supposed to kick him.
Oh no, it was terrible. He said, "You've got the most beautiful French accent I've ever heard in all my years of teaching, but you can't speak a expletive deleted word."
So
anyway, this chap is bringing 4 micro 009 layouts.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now these are these layouts, and I've seen photographs of them and talked to the gentleman concerned. They are a perfect example of where passions and interests and thought processes and just the general concept all meld absolutely perfectly.
Yeah.
Because 3 of these are built or made inside the shell cases that were recovered from the Somme battlefield.
Right.
And there's another one, and they vividly evoke what the World War One battlefields, etc.
Yes.
And I can't wait to see them.
Yeah,
I've already warned this gentleman that I suspect his diary is going to fill up massively once other people see them.
Absolutely. Well, this looks really like a great
fantastic.
show that is well worth a visit, certainly for people in the area and further afield, actually. Quite easy to get to. You're saying it's on the A45, A46 area in Coventry. Really easy connections from the M6, M45, M69. So really easy to get to. And going forward, do you have plans for more after this? Is this the first of many?
Yes, we have. We've already booked 3 of the 3 further shows.
My goodness.
Now the first is Fire, okay, and that's the Foreign and International Rail Exhibition,
Right.
and that's on the 12th of December this year, and that is for any layout that is set abroad, i.e. not in the UK. I'm not fussed about the gauge and things like that. What we want to do is to get a good North American, European, with a good feel of all sorts of other places there. And also we will then be looking at the traders who particularly complement these scales. And then after that it's Coles to Coventry, and that's Coventry's oversize and large scale. Which is O to Ride-on Garden Railways, and that's going to be the 29th of May next year.
I think that'll be a really good, especially if you get the weather that with things like ride-on trains, garden trains. I think that will definitely inspire a lot of people for building something in their own garden over that summer. And
then we've got Covrail 27.
Oh,
which
of
is
course.
I've already taken 4 or 5 bookings for that.
Wow.
And that's going to be on the 26th of June next year. It probably is going to be Armed Forces Day again, but it doesn't matter if it's within a week or so. We'll still give veterans and armed forces personnel free entry. We have no plans to change that. And what we want to achieve is very reasonable ticket prices and a low cost to traders, because it's important that they are confident that they can make a living and a decent and a reasonable profit coming to a show, and knowing that they're not going to be just on the side and have an absolute nightmare.
Yeah,
because it costs quite a lot of money to go to these things.
It does,
Yes.
and I think it's something that the hobby needs the retailers and the traders, because without them you can't access the products, and our hobby would be nothing without them. I mean, I look around the room here and see an awful lot of different products that come from an awful lot of different retailers, traders, bespoke manufacturers of very specific items. And if they didn't exist, then none of this could exist as well. So I think it's very important to support that network of retailers that makes this hobby possible. And
we've tried to get a number of smaller and niche traders because I think they punch above their weight in terms of what they're putting into the actual hobby.
Yeah.
And so what we've done is we've said, okay, it's a low cost for the frontage. We're not coming back and saying, oh, well, now you need to advertise in the event brochure. For this one, we'll have to see all these things for the future. But for this one, we've said, no, you get a free classified ad. Everybody gets one.
Yeah.
And the only people who will actually have 4-color ads, and they'll still be free, will be Help for Heroes, who will have the back page, and a couple of people and organisations who have given their time and expertise to us free in order to help Covrail to be a success. And we don't want to be constantly turning around and thinking of new ways to put charges in front of people.
Yeah.
We want to make it nice and simple. So, for example, by luck, some of it I accept. But we've just said, no, we're not going to make additional charges for table hire. We've looked at the costs of things. We're not trying to make an outrageous profit on it. The actual aim on it is to make enough money so that all the fixed charges of the next one are covered.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So that before we can sit there and say, oh right, we don't need to beg, borrow, or steal.
Yeah.
We will be able. We can actually have the money in the bank account and say, here is our advertising.
Yeah.
Etc. And there are 2 other events that we're planning, but they're a bit too early to discuss right at the moment. But always, local clubs and societies and quality traders are going to be the focus of what we do.
Absolutely.
This sounds perfect.
And going forward, I know there's always a lot of talk about, the hobby in trouble. And I think, social media has unfortunately kind of amplified these voices. But, going forward, how do you see the hobby from the point of view of being involved as a retailer, but now also starting up with shows as well? How do you see the hobby going forward?
Well, I feel that the next couple of years are going to be fairly bloody. The economy, and there are no political points. I'm not sitting there going about one party or the other or whatever. But the next couple of years are going to be pretty economically iffy.
Yeah.
And that will of course impact, because whether people have money or not, they're going to be worried about spending it.
Yes.
So I see the need for value for money in everything to encourage people to actually part with their money.
Yeah.
I do think that we're looking at I think the hobby survived COVID. I think it was a good wake up in some ways for the hobby, and it's moved on since then. And as always, times change. The handover takeover of the next generation in clubs is perfect, and the hobby generally is perfectly normal, and it'll strengthen the hobby. Now, but in 30 years' time, I hope that the negative type people, they'll still be complaining about what they've complained about for the last 100 years.
Yes.
I choose not to listen to them.
Yeah.
Etc. And if they insist on carrying on talking to me, I tell them to leave me alone.
The old adage is always, those that can do, those that can't, just complain from the sidelines. And
the internet and whine.
Yeah, and unfortunately the internet has provided them with a very loud sideline from which they can complain from the comfort of their own armchair. But I think there's, in all walks of life, you get the silent majority who go, actually no, it's this hobby's never been better. And I look at the array of the products that we've got, and I think back to what it was like when I was young, and everybody had a model train set, and yet we didn't have the quality of products that we have now. We didn't have the range of products that we have now, and I actually think that the hobby is stronger than it's ever been.
Absolutely.
And it's definitely I think it's in some respects it's possibly bigger than it's been for a very long time. It's almost like the stereotypes of the anorak wearing, thermos flask wielding, a slightly nerdy image that the hobby was unfairly portrayed with. We finally dispelled that. And I'm seeing families, I'm seeing young people, I'm seeing women as well as men being interested in it. And certainly when I've been to shows, I've seen those sort of demographics. But obviously you, in the retail side of the business, you will see that on the front line of who's buying what. I mean, do you feel that it's in a very healthy position?
I think I think we're going to see a number of businesses naturally come to an end as the demographics work against the people who set up and have successfully run those businesses for many years. I think a number of them will be bought and will carry on and will grow from strength to strength. I think one of the great innovations is going to be the use of AI in the hobby. And as just a simple little example that I can think of, imagine the 2D backdrops where you can actually start designing them and making them absolutely fit what your layout is doing. So that you don't have to play to somebody else's imagination. You can say, the house is going here, and I need the perspective to do this at that exact point.
I mean, there's definitely interesting things that technology is allowing to happen, and I think as we go forward, one of the things we talked about actually at the very beginning of the show was about colour 3D printing. I mean, this is sort of Star Trek level technology. If you'd have asked somebody 20 years ago, oh, we'll have a machine and it'll just print things and they'll be perfectly in colour, ready to go, they'd have looked at you like you were...
They'd be like, yeah, all right, Grandma, let's get you home.
Yeah, they'd have looked at you like you've rolled up a copy of Isaac Asimov and smoked it or something. But actually, that's the reality that we've got to now.
Well, that's my nightmare. AI on the computer, a 3D printer in the corner. It turns on, and the AI program makes it produce a gun that self-shoots me.
Yeah, I mean,
unfortunately, we are joking. I saw that happen.
Yeah, it's. I mean, there's. I suppose all technology can be misused, and it's just, you're in a situation where. I suppose regulation has to catch up and figure out the ways of stopping people who want to game the system from doing that. But I think we're straying a bit here. We're coming up to the end of our time. So look, thank you so much for coming up.
Question.
Oh, we've got a question from Zoe.
Just one question before we go to fit in with the topic that we've got tonight. How hard is it really to put on a proper event?
Has it been?
Because I'm imagining it's very, very hard. But
yeah,
I get from the comments that I see on some forums that won't be named that people think it's incredibly easy. You just phone a few people and say, "Come to this place."
I mean, I suppose what a lot of people don't see is how much legwork goes into booking, not just booking layouts, booking traders, but booking the actual event hall. And I know you've been through your own trials and tribulations with this, so I'm guessing it's been quite an involved process in putting together Covrail.
A lot of planning has gone on. Also, the ability to think on your feet. We were let down on a Tuesday by complete surprise, and by Wednesday afternoon we found the new venue, and by Friday we'd got the contracts in place and signed.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to think quickly to do that.
And I
but
suppose
at the same time, it's like herding crocodiles, really.
But I'm guessing, I mean, that goes back to your military training really comes to the fore in situations like that, in making you think very cool, calm, and collectively and just thinking, right, okay, we have this problem. how do we solve it without, you know, sort of running around going, we're doomed, we're doomed.
No, I tend to be more the opening a second bottle of wine and saying, it'll be all right.
Yeah, but everything's all right after a good reoffer. But look, thank you so much for coming on. Just very quickly for everybody, just remind them of the dates and venue for Covrail 26.
So that is the 27th of June. It's going to be at 10:30 for opening, and it will close at 4:30. It's in Sports Connections in Brighton-on-Dunsmore, just south of Coventry. Early tickets are available. If you go to the Thunderbolt Models website and look to events, we haven't separated the two separate companies out quite yet. You know, that's something where we need to put a bit of thought in as time goes on.
Yeah.
But you go to the events page, there it is, it pops up, and we make it very, very easy. I will take absolutely everything except for goats or other live animals in lieu of money.
Okay.
Oh, there goes my options.
Well, I'll trade you. She's not very good at domestic chores, but yeah.
Oh, anything.
But look, anyway.
I'm going to have fun, whatever happens.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to enjoy it. And I plan to sit there and try and make sure that everybody who comes has a fantastic day and leaves saying, that was interesting.
Excellent.
And if they all leave there with that, I'm a happy bunny.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Well, look, thank you so much for taking some time out of your evening to chat to us. And we will get you one of our exclusive blue Monday Club badges. This is... oops.
Yeah, they're so exclusive because Jenkins...
Can't I have a medal?
Well, this is a medal, so there you are. You can.
That's very nice.
This colour is only available to people who come on the show, so we will find a way of getting that to you, so you can wear it with pride. But look, thank you so much,
brilliant,
for coming on,
very much,
and
Jenny.
have a great rest of your evening.
And thank you for your service. We don't say that enough in this country.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely, because you know we're safe because people like yourselves have put the service in to keep us all protected, and I think tying in with the Help for Heroes, it's a very important charity to say thank you to these people who've done so much for us as a nation. So thank you so much.
Can I just add one quick little point there? Any veterans who require a carer, the carer comes free as well. Although if the veteran is 81 and the carer is 21, I will have some questions to ask. And if any support animals are needed, then we will treat them royally, but strictly no support crocodiles. We don't accept those.
Absolutely. Well, you take care, and thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So that was James from Thunderbolt Models and Covrail coming on to tell us a bit about that show, and it's always great to hear from...
Did I say the wrong name?
Yes, you did.
I am so bad with names. I am so sorry.
Yeah, Terry also works at Thunderbolt Models.
I am terrible with names.
Yes, you are. But look, anyway, so let's bring the chat up. I did ask Zoe to monitor the chat.
The chat has been discussing different things. So okay. I left them to their devices because they were having conversations.
Wow,
it's suddenly of railways.
Yeah, it's all suddenly scrolling past now, so it's like,
there's
oh my word.
There's a few comments that in the chat that have been coming up where people are, here it is. I'm not dissing any product in particular, says Gurphy, and quality has come on, but I find far better results in resin than any filament. So they're talking about 3D printing and things like that.
I think that, right, it swings and roundabouts. Different materials have different strengths and weaknesses.
Yes.
And also you've got to remember the colour 3D printers. It's something like £250,000 or something like that. It's a huge investment.
Yes.
For some of these pieces of equipment, and that's got to be factored into things. Right. I'm sure we have a few latecomers, and I can see there Darren Watson says, "I'm here. Good evening."
It's never late to the wagons, nor are they early.
They're right precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Let's have some other angles.
You're just pressing all these buttons.
Yeah,
now to
yeah.
make them
Bip, 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 bip. Hello to Almond Bank Model Railway. Recovered from all that flu rubbish.
Oh, I know the feeling. I'm still getting over it.
Yeah, Raymond Legs. I saw that earlier on. Nock is going colour 3D figures and such for Z scale. I could imagine that for some of these really small scales, that could be quite helpful because otherwise, it's very difficult to paint
in Z
them.
scale is difficult. You need to get one of these. I kid you not. This is the best thing I have ever bought for modelling.
Because it was.
It magnifies so well.
Yeah, they were on the stand opposite us at Great Electric Train Show.
Yes, I was
she was waiting.
I was eyeing
watching,
them up all of the
judging.
Saturday, thinking, should I?
Of course
should
you
I?
should.
And then on Sunday I went, I've been thinking about that all of yesterday and all of last night.
Mm.
I'm going to buy one. And I did, and it was the best thing I ever did.
David Scott says, heads up for those going to B-Rail in Glasgow on the west coast. Glasgow Central is still closed.
Yes.
Gosh, yeah. A Railway Modeler says, hi all, sorry I'm late, have not seen the show. Well, welcome to the Monday Club. This is the anarchic Monday night live stream covering all things model railway, and everybody is always welcome.
Welcome
please
to the club.
Like, share and subscribe if you've not already done so. This is the best, the very best online live show. Although Iron Horse does do an okay number 2
Iron
on
Horse
Wednesday.
does a great one on
Yeah,
I'm not saying that he does an okay number 2.
Yeah, Iron Horse does a really good number 2. You are number 2.
Richard Grutus says that a crow got stuck to my bird table today. I think it was a Velcro.
Marcus Muggins says they could do with a pair of them goggles as well.
So while Jen's been on, I've been working on these because this is the other piece of news that we didn't talk about earlier on. So I'm working on making some very, very worn out, used, like massively weathered barriers.
Yeah, this is for Key Model World Live.
It is for Key Model World Live,
yes.
where
So,
Andy at
Soil Models, along
only
with Daniel.
one side is done. So
Yeah,
much.
along with Daniel Truman Racing, there's going to be a Scalextric rendition of Silverstone Motor Racing Circuit,
the club
club track, and you can race.
Please don't bend them too much. It's still drying. And I haven't varnished them yet.
Okay. And you can race the class winner, Daniel Truman himself, all weekend.
He's champion.
The champion. He's going to get blisters on his trigger finger, I think. Yeah, Zoomy cars. So the Cupboard Monkey volunteered to paint and weather all the track to make it look really spiffy.
Did I volunteer or did I get volunteered?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Ben Davis, big hello, says sorry for being late. It's okay, but Gandalf may have something to say.
is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. But yeah, sorry. See Oxford Diecast Triumph Stag Magenta. Yeah, and the Rapido Railway Children are coming this Friday.
Yes.
So really looking forward to some of these. We should actually. I know
Ben Davis sent me the short that Rapido put out for the Railway Children thing, and then I forgot to mention it earlier.
What's that stuck to you?
It is a piece of foam.
Foam.
I'm not sure where it came from.
Neither am I. But yeah, actually, and Triumph Stags. Can I just say, I'm not a fan of cars of the 1970s. I have dim and distant childhood memories.
I've been stuck to them on some holidays.
They always smelt of petrol and like rust holes.
Of course they smell of petrol.
Yeah, you know, the Fred Flintstone car, that wasn't a fiction. That was just basically a 1970s Hillman Imp with a rusted out floor.
If you listened really carefully as a car went past in the 70s, you could hear it rusting.
Yes, on cold, quiet nights, you could hear them just slowly dissolving into the ground. Yeah, the Leyland clown cars. Or the... I got passed by a Morris Marina the other day on the motorway, and I looked at it and I thought, wow, look at all that rust driving in a very close formation. But yeah, but the
My
Triumph.
dad's first car was a Morris Marina.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty crappy, weren't they? But anyway, no, the Triumph Stag is the car that bucks the twend.
The Twend.
I'll scream and scream and scream until I'm sick. No, the Triumph Stag is the car that
Stag.
bucks the trend for me. Yeah, the Stag.
Stag.
Stag. I love a Triumph Stag. I think they're a great car, and they're the only car really of the 1970s that I really actually like. The one thing you have to watch out for with the Rover V8 is the position of the thermostat and water pump was such that, especially on a hot day in grinding traffic, very easy to overheat them. And if you overheat a Triumph Stag engine, then you've really cooked it, and it will have to be stripped and rebuilt.
I'm going to say you're wrong that there's not many good cars from the 70s. The Pontiac Firebird.
Yeah, but you're talking American. So I'm talking about the kind of things you'd actually see in the UK.
I saw them on telly.
Yeah. Going to the dog says the Stag needs the Rover 3.5 litre engine. Yeah. Actually, no. I tell you. Actually, there is another car that first appeared in the 70s. But I would actually class it as more of an 80s car. The XJS. I do love a Jaguar XJS as well. Yeah, welcome to Car Chat. But
it wasn't a proper car from the 70s or 80s unless the children were physically attached to the seats, the vinyl seats, on a summer holiday trip.
Leather.
Yeah.
Yes. You didn't need seatbelts in the back because
'cause
all the kids stuck to the back seat, and every car came with a tartan rug as standard, so you could break the seal.
And if you tried to get out of the car and you were wearing shorts, you had red legs for the rest of the day.
Peter Jackson Cheadle here says, "What about a Jensen FF Interceptor?" The Jensen Interceptor, yeah. It just screams 1970s maintenance liability. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, but it's not a car I'd want to own. I believe that Eric Morecambe drove one of those. But anyway, this all came out. Oxford Diecast. The Triumph Stag is coming in their latest releases, and they are a lovely car, actually.
It still upsets me that I can't get a 1967 what's it? A Chevy Impala in black in either Oxford Diecast or Scale Extric. Yeah. I need Baby from Supernatural.
Yeah, okay.
It is an amazing car.
Yeah, settle down, baby. Livesteam Nick says our resident 08 driver is considering a Stag.
Ooh,
nice. A great motor, actually. Great motor. Jenny and Zoe, hello from me to you both, says John Walters. Hello.
Hello.
But that seems to be an admission of lateness.
The Monday Clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
And Griffey says, I had a Triumph 2500 estate, also lovely and could fit 10-inch speakers in the doors.
Nice. So, Jen, we have a check-in this week.
Yes, so not to be outdone, we are making sure that we're getting plenty of people on for the check-in.
From a variety of different backgrounds.
Absolutely, it's not just the main guests. I have insisted that we also have other people on as well. We want to give away all these blue badges. So we have
Krista Duke, who may be coming on with her son with Lego Railway.
Ooh,
I know you love a Lego Railway.
Yeah, and actually, we've seen at shows the fourth bridge, the Lego fourth bridge layout. But even when Iron Horse and I went to it was the Keithley show, we also there was a Lego layout there, which was great fun. So I believe we've got a connection. So
hello there,
Krista Duke.
Hi there.
Hello, how are you doing? Lovely to see you.
Hello.
It's very nice.
Hello. Very, very excited there. So it's great to have you on as part of our check-ins. And we've met you a few times. And actually, I believe you have actually visited the loft.
Yeah, we visited the old one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
About
You
the
could.
rebuild.
Yes, you came before the rebuild.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's a while back.
Yeah, but I've seen you at so many shows as well. And actually, brilliant! We've seen the Lego.
There we
Yeah.
I-
Oh, that
go.
is
I just
fantastic.
figured out how to turn the camera around.
But I mean, I always wanted a Lego train when I was a kid. Mum and Dad are probably watching this, and it's like I always really wanted one.
I had one.
Did you?
Yeah, I hardly ever used it for
I think-
actual locomotives. I used it for the mechanical parts to build helicopters.
Oh, okay. But my dad's probably going, well, yeah, perfectly good. Hornby 00. Why did you want Lego? But, Lego, I think, is really great fun. And it also inspires a lot of creativity.
It really
being
does.
able to kind of make your own. Oh, excuse me.
Are you okay there?
Yeah.
You make your own fun. And there's something about this, not just the ability to build it, but the fact that it's such a large locomotive once it's done.
Yeah.
So it's like, this thing has presence. And you can modify it to your heart's content. And look at that.
Absolutely.
There's a definite presence to it. It looks fantastic. I love it.
But we also met you down at the Bluebell Railway, and that was a great show as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the weather was so hot, and you were actually camping, which I thought was very...
Yeah, we were camping.
And
Yeah.
you're still here. How is that possible?
So, what shows do you have planned for visiting this year? Because we've seen you at a lot of shows over the years.
We are going to go to Key Model World.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, right. So we'll be there as well. So we'll see you there.
I'll race you.
Yeah, so we're going to go to that one.
You're stopping the train from going.
Oh dear, sorry.
You're hitting it with your foot.
Sorry, my foot apparently is in the way.
Why don't you show them the other part of the layout?
You don't normally get that as an excuse for a delayed train.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, wow.
I like the scissor crossing, actually.
Yeah.
That scissor crossing is pretty cool.
That's an AliExpress one.
Right.
It's doing the job.
I was going to say it's pretty good. We've got a mix of stuff here. Some of the stuff you see is proper real Lego, and some of it is AliExpress.
Now that Lego's lost its patent for the older stuff,
Yeah.
the amount of innovative extras that are coming out is amazing.
Absolutely. But so Key Model World Live.
I can move your foot forward, mind you.
Right, I'm going to show you something.
Okay.
Right, this is an AliExpress packet.
Yeah.
Okay, everything all comes in one bag. Now, sometimes they come with instructions, and sometimes you have to scan a QR code.
Right. Yes.
We've mostly found them pretty good, and the motors are quite good. They're quite high powered, so you have to be quite careful with those.
All right.
I can imagine that they can shred some of the plastic parts.
They just come off the track and don't stay on.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, will you be at Ali Pally this weekend?
I think we probably won't, because we went to a Lego event in London last weekend, as well as being on the last leg as well, and so that was two really late trips up into London.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of
It's a long way to go. Yeah. So last leg. So that's the comedy show in the autumn.
Yeah, on a Friday night.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is brilliant. And it's I mean, we're going off on a tangent a little bit, but
yeah, sorry about that.
No. But I'm guessing
Club,
being in the audience for the taping of one of these shows, it is quite a different experience, because you see all the stuff that doesn't make it to the actual program. I think they're probably about 2 to 3 hours for the recording for a.
I was going to say last leg. There is no recording for it. It goes out live.
Wow.
Oh, does it?
There, yeah, whatever happens on there, and there's no cutting. There's a tiny bit of wriggle space when the adverts are on, but other than that, there is not much in there. Whatever's seen is what comes out, and that's what happens on the show.
I mean,
That's brave.
That's quite a daring way to make a program. Although the editor probably breathes a sigh of relief.
I was going to say, if you watch one of the Martin Lewis's as well, we were in the audience for that as well, and that was quite interesting, because that's also live. and his earpiece came out on set.
Oh,
And he just said to upstairs, he said, "I've got no idea what's going on. You can't speak to me because I've got no earpiece." It was definitely interesting.
So, what's your plans, model railway wise? Are you showing us there the Lego? Do you model anything else?
I know that you did a box file layout for.
I know my train.
Right, I just derailed the Lego train.
Never mind.
Right, hang on. It's kind of over here. He's just going to turn it off and fix it back on.
I know you did the
That's
box
great.
file.
I derailed the crane. We've got a box file that's going on, and we've also got a different layout as well, and another box file that's happening as well. He just was on the platform.
I mean, box files are great for building
Yes.
I was going to
layouts.
say they are really, really good. So we're working on the box file, and we're working on both the box files being worked on, because I've had the problem that somebody who's not the child there wanted to rush it, and so the rushing it has now caused a problem that we're missing power to one of the sections of the track. And so I need to really your box file needs resoldering really.
It
Yeah.
didn't even get soldered.
It did get soldered originally. But,
You've got
yeah.
to test and test and test.
yeah, so we didn't get tested before it got ballasted, so it was kind of a little bit of a
My cousin
yeah,
rushed
oh,
me.
yeah,
It's all
just,
a learning process.
That's it. But it's all part
Yeah.
of the fun. But look,
so this is it.
it's been really great to check in with you and just have a quick chat.
Before I go, the other thing is the Lego layout. We took it to a display.
Oh, right.
wow.
And had it
You
on
stopped again,
boards.
Mum.
We had it on boards.
Your foot is rubbing against it.
Sorry.
Never mind.
Oh,
We-
you're in the
we-
doghouse.
Yeah, I am in the doghouse. We took it to, and we had it as for children to drive it
Oh, wow.
on some boards and stuff. So
That's
yeah,
fantastic.
so that was the other thing we've done is we've taken it out.
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
fantastic. And look, what we're going to do is we're going to send you not one, but 2 badges. So you can have one each of the exclusive blue badges. So what I suggest is if you... I don't know whether Zoe's already got your address or not, but
I can't remember if I do or not.
so what I would suggest is if you drop Zoe an email with your address, then we'll get 2 of the blue badges out to you. But thank you so much for coming on, and it's always a pleasure to chat with you.
Lovely.
Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
You
You
too.
too.
Take care.
Battery.
See you later.
Bye.
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 So that was Krista Duke on our check-in. So more badges being sent out. I love it. I love giving away these exclusive badges. So we'll get more people on next week. I've managed to. Oh, there it is.
What have you done? What have you thrown away this time?
Pinged my Alice band off with the whenever I wear the cans. It used to happen in my radio career. You couldn't wear an Alice band really with these, and I used to always tie my hair back because otherwise your headphones just get tangled up, and you're.
Oh, you don't want the wires stuck in your hair as well.
Oh God, no. I think there's still car chat going on.
Well,
As
why
it
shouldn't
Alfa
there be?
Romeo's getting mentioned. Really like Italian saloon cars. The thing about Italian saloon cars is I always found that when you open the bonnet, the engine looks amazing. And the reason that Italian marques do this is because they know that you're going to spend a lot of your time at the
Jen.
side of the road with the bonnet up going, why won't you work?
Yeah.
So there we are. What about the
That's-
French cars as a railway modeller? French
The
cars.
French cars are like the French people. They're always on strike.
No, the thing about French cars, is particularly the likes of Citroën, is they really push the boundaries in terms of technology. The problem is that sometimes that then means that reliability problems
I've
creep
never
in.
seen a French car that had fully working electrics.
Yeah, it's usually electrical things, but things like this Citroën DX, a very innovative car.
Which one's the one that was so innovative it didn't bother having a fuel gauge?
Uh,
Because I remember that one.
all of them. Right, yeah, Lancia. Andy Fryer's Junction says that my dad had a Lancia, the floor rusted away. You're lucky it was only the floor. Lancia became a byword for rust in the 80s. There's a reason you can't buy a Lancia in the UK.
I've never seen a BMW with working indicators.
Yeah, if you're ever having a really bad day and you think the work I do is so pointless, just remind yourself that somebody out there in the BMW factory in Stuttgart is tasked with fitting indicators to all of the cars coming off the production line, knowing full well that they will never get used. There's it seems to have turned into car chat. Yeah, you could hear them rust, says Flymo Chen. Yeah, on a cold, quiet night, you could hear the Lanciers going back into their native form, returning to the earth from whence they came. So Oxford Diecast, whole new slew of releases from them. The Triumph Stag is actually a must-have item for me. So if anybody's wanting to buy me a present for Christmas, you could do no worse than a Triumph Stag. Not the real one.
This is not a real thing.
No, this is not
asking.
No, I don't do grifting. I'm
looking forward, I have to admit, when we go to Key Model World, picking up another of the mystery bags from Oxford.
Oh yeah,
I love the mystery bags.
One of the things it's always well worth doing at any of the shows where Oxford Rail / Oxford Diecast are at, get yourself the mystery bags. There's so much value for money in those.
And not just that, but if you think about it, if you didn't pick a random set of vehicles, then on the side of your railway will always be all your favourite cars.
Yes.
Whereas
and that's not how the real world works.
That's not how the real world is.
I mean,
you end up with a variety.
Can I just say as well, behind me, I've got a whole host of different Oxford diecast vehicles, and most of these are ones which, if left to my own devices, I wouldn't naturally buy. But the fact that they came in mystery bags, it's like, oh, actually, yeah, I remember these. And a top tech tip for you, some of the older, like 1950s vehicles, I've weathered up and put in a scrapyard area because I remember in the early 80s seeing vehicles from the 50s and 60s like that just dumped in places. That was the sort of thing that you used to see around.
And the fact that you got them in mystery bags, so they're fairly cheap, means that you don't have the same, oh, well, I'm messing it up and I paid a fortune for this.
And sometimes, can I say as well, sometimes you get a vehicle that you're like, this is the perfect vehicle. So, one of the ones that I got in the last mystery bag, I got a Renault 4. I was looking at it thinking, I'd have paid full whack for this. This is actually a model that I would have wanted for my layout. The Volvo 760 GLE. Yeah, I would have just paid the going rate for that. And I got the Austin Powers Jaguar, which, again, another great vehicle.
I love the way that
I've been looking for one of these.
I love the way Jen says that she got these. I bought all of the mystery bags that these things came out of. I got the trams. I think Craig took some military vehicles, and then you had the rest.
Zantec asks, did the Class 25 appear in anything other than two-tone green or blue, not including the Ethel units? Right, other liveries for the Class 25s. Now, 25912, which was Tamworth Castle, got what they nicknamed ice cream van livery. That's the full wraparound yellow cabs and silver roof. So a bit like large logo, but without the actual large logo on. But only one got that. That has been done as a special several times. Hellion have done it, and Bachmann have done it as well. I think it was done as a special in collaboration with Model Rail magazine. When Bachmann did it, Hellion released it to the main range. Other liveries, if we don't count little embellishments, like 25095 had the number reversed on the front, and some of them have like window surrounds painted in. But there's also chromatic blue with small yellow panels. There was 3 or 4, I think Midland region 25s. I think D5218, I'm dredging from the back of my memory, was one so treated. And it's not really rail blue. They call it chromatic blue. And that one was done as a special by Model Zone using the Bachmann base model, which I have actually got. I quite like it. It's a nice model. And I think there were some 25s that got plain green, but I'm not very knowledgeable on that.
Right,
and then you can have some variants like tops numbered locomotives, but in BR green. So 25102 is what do you want?
I'm just going to say I'm going to head off for a second because
she's got the old silver finger.
Yeah, I have been dry brushing with silver.
Andy Fry's Junction, your track's coming along great, guns.
I'm going to show them.
But the cupboard monkey's got as much paint on herself as she's got on her stuff.
I'm going to show them briefly.
All right.
This is a pile of all of the stuff that I've managed to do, of all the barriers. And if I can pick it up. This is the pile that I still have to do.
Yeah, lovely jubbly. Right, anywho, I'm going to change the angle of the dangle.
There's only so much I can do in one sitting.
So, hopefully the camera comes up.
I'll press the button, don't
Hit
worry.
the lever!
We've been on and off with things tonight.
Yeah.
So the
TARDIS!
You know.
Yeah, James Pett's pile of stuff.
Yes.
I can't imagine James Pett saying pile of stuff. He's much too polite.
Pile of stuff.
I can't imagine James ever describing anything as a pile. But Jennifer Horton, yeah, we did say other than the Ethels in Intercity Executive and Blue and Grey. But they don't really count because they didn't. Count. Yeah, they wouldn't actually run under their own power.
Oh, you wanted this. Could you tell the good people what this is about and what it's for? Because I think we only found out what this stuff was for the other day, didn't we?
We don't know. I don't know what superglue's for.
No, the activator.
The activator.
Because I've seen that around at places before, and I've never seen anyone pick it up.
It makes the glue go off like that. So there's a way of like, when you're like, oh, it's supposed to be super glue. Why is it sticking just my fingers and not the thing? If you use the activator, you can make it stick. But can I just say, Barry Stevenson, I don't know who Barry Stevenson is. And before anybody gets any ideas, this is a product that we just buy. It's not sent to the channel, but quite frankly, it's the best that you can get. Get the good stuff.
Wherever the blue and white colour Barry is usually seen at Silverstone near the start straight. I haven't painted them yet. That's where they are. They're in this box. They're currently painted black.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the Class 25s, it's a shame in a way that none of them actually got proper Intercity to run in. And I suppose if the 25 9s had lasted longer, they might have got probably something like rail freight livery, something like grey. But they didn't, unfortunately.
I'm going to try and move again.
Yeah, there were only blue, variants of blue, or two-tone green, or plain green. But I think 25912 Tamworth Castle is the one you're looking for in what they refer to as ice cream van livery. It's probably the most different running 25 livery you're going to find.
Does it have the jingle for an ice cream van?
No.
Well, that sucks.
Although actually, I think if HM7000 did a Class 25 sound file, they should have the ice cream van jingle as a hidden
Easter
thing.
egg.
But it's interesting. Paul Harrison says Barry Stevenson used to have his own trade stand until I think he retired, and Squires acquired the range and etched coach park kits too. I'll be honest, the Barry Stevenson Super Glue, I mean, that is a great legacy to have your name on, because it is a brilliant product. It has the Jenny seal of approval.
The amount of people I've seen say this is the best.
Yes,
is quite good. But every time I see it, I'm gonna be terrible. It's like, I'm Barry Stevenson, and this is Silent Bang.
No, it isn't.
That's all I hear.
Yeah, look, will you
I'm gonna
get
go wash
lost
my
and go and wash your hands? Richard Knoll says it would have been interesting to see what they would have looked like if they'd lasted further into sectorisation. Dutch liveried Class 25, anyone? So I'd be like, what liveries would they have got? And I think that departmental grey, possibly. More likely, the 25 nines, they were intended for winning a ICI road salt contract, which didn't actually happen. And I think the intention was to give the best condition examples of the Class 25 fleet a light overhaul to extend their lifespan by a few years and release them straight back into traffic for that flow, which wasn't won in the end. Whether the 25 nines would have lasted any longer, one of the big issues with them was with corrosion, body side corrosion and cab floor corrosion. And the honest truth was that the 25s were life expired. They would have needed a very heavy general overhaul, and BR just didn't need them. They were too small for the kind of traffic flows that BR had a need for traction. They had new build locomotives such as the 58s, the Class 60s coming on stream. And I think that they kind of they majored on things like the Class 20 fleet. So they lasted where the 25s were withdrawn. Spelliak here says the Jenny seal of approval, not to be confused with the imbecile. Oh, I just got it. Imbecile, yeah. Griffey says, I'm George Stevenson, and here is my rocket. Whoosh, and the train is gone. Chuff, and the dirt is gone. Apparently, says Peter Jackson, Chittle Heath, Barry Stevenson Flux is also a good one. I might have to explore the range a little bit more, but I will say the super glue, you will not be disappointed. Richard Knoll says, to be honest, the Class 31s were the better of the Type 2s. I'm afraid that I would have chosen them over the 25s. Yeah, I think pretty much, yeah. The 25s, had they lasted, would have probably gone the same way as the 26s. So there were 26s in some more interesting liveries. That's probably what you would have been looking at. What did 26s get? The reason I'm looking up there, I've got Rail Freight Triple Grey. I think some of them got Dutch as well. Leslie Gilpin Railway says, I remember in the late 70s seeing 31s that were in terrible condition body-wise and surprised they lasted so long. Yeah, one of the issues was that they tended to accumulate moisture down at the bottom of the body, so they would corrode from the inside out. And one of the things as well, I think it was a 33, but it actually had huge rust holes. This is when I was visiting the East Lancs Railway, and it was quite shocking just how big these rust holes were. But it also had like blisters in the paint where water had got behind the paint and kind of pools and lifts the paint off. So you've got this little pocket of moisture straight onto the... And being me, I'm like, well, that's gonna cause really bad corrosion. So I popped all the blisters to let the water out. Richard Grood says, yes, Griffey, I remember being stuck on a broken 25 train for hours, but got a free BR sandwich. Yeah, I'm not sure that was really a good thing. Ravenheart Modelling says, I wish the 20s had gotten an overhaul rather than being retired. And the problem was, the Class 50s are from the 1950s. So Class 20s are from the 1950s. So they really are getting on to being very life expired. Yes, with a little bit of ingenuity, you could perhaps have re-engined them. But then, does that amount of cost really justify itself? It was an ever-diminishing pool of locomotives, and at well over 50 years old, I'd be honest, I can completely understand why they would have called time on them. Mark Wilson says, Didn't the 25 suffer from Mazic Rot? Well, 25286 from Backman definitely does. I found one other person so far who's got... Well, Zoe, if you just shout stuff down there, I cannot hear you. I can hear she's talking, but I can't hear that she's what she's actually saying. I just need to get a few things off my chest. I hate it when people in another room start shouting at you, and you're like, I can't hear you. I can hear you trying to talk to me. What do you want me to do? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want me to put everything down and walk to you? No, if you want to commune with me, you come to me. Sorry, big pet hate. Mum, you used to do that a lot, and it drove me mad when I was still living at home. Right, anyway. Oh, feel better for that. Right, yes, James Pett also hates that. And all you can hear is like, Jenny, Jenny, and it's like, what? Is it an emergency? And you go towards the side thinking there is an emergency. They've slipped and got stuck on the toilet or something, and you're expecting to go in and find them sort of slightly emerged in the bowl with legs and arms akimbo, like some kind of tortoise on its back. But no, they just wanted to ask you if you wanted a sandwich. And it's like, well, come to me then. Right. Richard Gruter says, I can tune out my wife's voice now. Ah, yes, but have you got the special upgrade of the Bloke 5000 auto replay of the previous 5 seconds of what they've said, which is activated whenever you hear the phrase, are you listening to me? And then you can replay the last 5 seconds. Go, yes, dear, yes, you were talking about the new colour of the wallpaper. Back to the football. Yeah, Mark Waitman says, agree, Jenny. Shouting across the house is bad. See, I am right. As usual, I am right. And the cupboard monkey is right.
Say, you do it to me every single day.
No, I'm not.
You do.
I'm talking to you, and then you walk off.
No, I tell you I'm going to go and do something. You then start up another conversation. I've left the room.
What were you blathering about,
I said, I'm pretty sure Zantec was talking about the actual locomotive, not the model.
Right, okay. Right, a railway banana might be a good name for a dessert. No, I hate bananas. They're the most disgusting. Well, technically they're a herb, but let's not get into that. But the texture, the texture of a banana makes me want to vomit. Quite frankly, banana. What a horrible thing. You are wrong. The taste. Now, I love banana liqueur, creme de banane. One of my favourite spirits ever. Really, really quite lovely. The fruit itself makes me want to just throw up on the feet of the person who gave me the banana. Right, yeah. Oh, apple crumble, James Pett. Yes. Onto a winner. I know they're high in potassium, but you could always just cannonball back some of that low salt stuff, because that's actually potassium chloride instead of sodium chloride. Yeah, Griffey, this is interesting. They taste rubbish nowadays. Banana foams are better than real bananas. There's a reason for that, actually.
Oh, the Gros Michel is back.
Ah.
Someone found some seeds. They've brought back the banana.
So it's come back from extinction?
Yes.
Nice. Right. RG Model says, I love banoffee pie. I like the taste, but I don't like the chunks of banana. Are we showing some videos tonight?
Can do, yeah.
Apparently Griffey says Gros Michel has always been there in Thailand.
That's a surprise.
Mm.
I heard it had gone extinct. But I'm glad to hear that, it didn't.
James Pett says it was never quite extinct.
It must have been endangered. It must have been on the endangered list, and I was getting the wrong end of the stick.
Well, actually, funnily enough, I've had to order loads of banana trees for my Javanese sugarcane railway build, because they've got loads of banana trees out there. The thing about banana trees, and we had this when we stayed at that really lovely villa in Ciano, near Sorrento in Italy. There was a banana tree in the garden, and
it looked like the weirdest thing.
Yeah, you didn't quite realise what you were looking at, and I had to explain to your sister. I said, "Look, there's a banana tree." She went, "Where?" And I went, "Over here." She went, "Where?" And I was like, "Come with me." I took her up to it. It had one big bunch of bananas, and it's like, behold the bananas, and it's like, oh.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a
Doesn't look
tree.
like, it doesn't look like what you expect.
It looks like someone's forgotten how to paint a palm tree.
Yeah, it's like a very bad Temu rendition of a palm tree, and it goes, have a banana. Right. Apparently, Valley's 56XX says hundreds of years ago, carrots were purple.
Yeah, they've been bred because people preferred the look of the orange mutation. So that's what we bred. Now we only farm the...
Do they taste different?
No, it's just a colour. So, yeah. Now we have only the orange ones available.
But there we go.
You can still get purple carrots. They must be rarely farmed, though.
Well, they're
Because you
probably...
only see the orange ones in supermarkets.
They're probably on the comeback, because you know that hipsters love the weird stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrots can make you see that. I love that story, where that came from.
What?
How are all our amazing pilots finding their targets in the dark? Oh, they eat a lot of carrots. No, they've got radar. But we can't tell you that.
Yeah, we're not going to let that one slip. Right. Right. Tim's Railways. Bananas and pajamas are coming down the stairs.
Right, I'm going to bring up this thing over here.
What's this Norman Price?
I have no idea. Sometimes I just go into a funny accent. Sometimes my voice goes on a walking tour of the British Isles.
Yes, and gets stuck somewhere in Pontypandy.
Norman Price, what are you doing with those fires? Why are you such a git?
Yes. Norman Price, this town would be much better off without you causing trouble. Yeah, Richard de Swiderski said, don't tell him, Pike. Pike, you're going on the silly.
Oh my, we recently got the animated recreations of the missing episodes of Dad's Army.
Oh yeah, they're actually quite good fun.
They're brilliant.
Apparently purple onions give you more gas, says Raymond. I like purple onions. But
yeah, you've always been a bit weird.
Yeah.
What have I got here?
Oh, there's one from Mark Wilson there.
I thought for a second I've got something gone wrong with Patreon. No, policy update. Don't care. Let's go to Monday Club list.
Yeah. So I can see we've got a few coming in there.
I've got to get you to. I'm saying this so that everyone knows to remind me if this hasn't happened by next week.
What?
I need you to log in on my phone and confirm your ID as a director of the company.
Oh yes, that's the thing. You basically everybody who runs their own business knows about this. You've got it. They're doing verification of directors.
Yep.
So all those people who don't have the correct documents have to watch out or shut their company down, because now you have to prove you are who you say you are.
I don't think it's going to do what they say it's for, because nothing ever does.
I'm waiting for the hidden tax. There's always a hidden cost.
But we've got to do it. It's a simple
Yeah, so I've got to verify that I am me. Who'd have thought it?
So our first message for tonight on the Monday Club is from Anthony, who says, cheeky short view, showing the old metros on China Weir metros. Oh, lovely.
Oh, well, yeah, so that's the motherland for you. I'm
not from Tyne and Weir, I'm from Wearside.
Yeah,
I'm from Durham, I'm a Dunelmian.
Yeah, we have to take her back from time to time and stick her in a pot of soil to recharge.
Yes, I know.
Back on the mothership. Right, so
just turn off the sound.
Yeah. Oh, it's Jenny Kirk. Right.
Allow me to grab that, and if you press the button,
hit the lever.
Beep beep. Right, let's do this.
Jimmy Kirk laughs funny because he laughs on the in, not the out.
There we go. What we got here?
I can't do it.
Oh, the time in Seaburn. My goodness.
Seaburn. Oh wait,
this is the type of metro.
That's the old one, right?
Yeah, that's the type of metro I used to take to work.
So they're the original metro cards, but I believe they've started replacing them now with modern.
I used to take this type of metro to work when I was working for the valuation office.
Oh, was it the Gosforth Centre or something?
Gosforth, yeah.
What was
it? A giant building.
The something centre.
I can't remember.
There was like an office block above the station.
Yeah. I didn't work in the office block above the station. I worked in the giant inland revenue building that was nearby, which was so big it had its
That
own
was a
post
bit of a
office.
trek from Durham.
Yes, I got a train from Durham to Newcastle, then got on the metro to go out to Gosford.
And all that for a paltry minimum wage job. Back
Yeah,
when minimum wage was much less. So you probably
someone had to
spend...
do it. Thank you for sending that in. That is a big blast from the past there. Why has
Yeah.
it got the Morrison's brand logo on it? That's the metro.
Yeah, actually, it's a good point. I remember thinking that when I lived in the
Did I actually-
Northeast.
Did I actually put the link
Well,
there?
you'd stick it in again, just in case.
I can't find it, you see.
Well, if you Control V, it should just appear. There we
There we
go. Right, so thank you very much for that. So who have we got
That
next?
was lovely. It's a blast from the past, man.
Actually, Raymond Legg says they look like DB S-Bahn Triebzugwagen.
They do.
Yeah, they do have... I don't know who made them, but they do have that look of what you used to find in some of the German cities in the 80s and 90s.
Right. Next up, we have a message from Richard Swiderski.
Ooh.
If you want to read it out.
Hi, Jenny and Zoe. Hello. Hope you're both fine. A video of the Rainhill Model Rail 2026 exhibition from the 7th of March. All the best and keep well.
This is the show that was going on at the same time we were at Preston.
Right, yes. I think I did get an invite to go and have a look around there, but I couldn't because we were at Preston.
We can't be in two places at once.
Yeah.
It would be amazing if we could. Very, very confusing, though.
So, at some point...
And it's done that thing again, where it goes to full screen for the page, but not the thing.
Yeah, very annoying.
Beep, beep. So there. Oh, I like that. That is cool. Yes.
I'm trying to remember that because there's two exhibitions in the Rainhill
They
area.
have a better floor than what we had at Preston.
Yeah. There's two different exhibitions in Rainhill, and I can't remember. I've exhibited at one several times, but I know that there's another one as well. But this is nice. Blackpool Illuminations growing. If you lived in the northwest, Blackpool Illuminations was always a thing.
To be fair, if you lived in the north and you left a light on, you would be reminded.
Oh,
What's this? Blackpool Illuminations?
Yeah, it's probably a thing. I don't know. Can those of you in the south confirm that when growing up, leaving a light on was met with the same expression?
Yep.
But no, I can still smell in my mind's eye the smell of candy floss and freshly cooked donuts and chips. Turn that light off. Now this is. I like the bridge. Look at the bridge, everybody. Pico Vari-girders, but I like the lattice work above it.
I like that they've got something going on.
Oh,
in
is
the
that
building as well.
Kestrel? That was the ill-fated North British demonstrator in the black. Hellion model. The model actually far more reliable than the real thing. I like the disused level crossing there. That
particular style of bus. If it had United written on the front, it would be like the one that we had up in the northeast.
Can I just say, I'm really liking the disused line in the front there. That is really well done with the rails rolled out of the chairs. I think that is really interesting. But I love the building as well. That reminds me of a lot of the Lancashire and Yorkshire buildings. Now,
it reminds me of the building that
Baldwin.
you built on Grove Street Yard.
Yeah. Always nice to see a narrow gauge Baldwin. Backman, come on now. We need some more. Chop It Up Lumber Company, as seen in Continental Model.
That's an interesting looking little thing, isn't it?
So is this 016.5 or something?
Oh my goodness.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the freshly chopped stumps at the front. That works really well, actually.
This has got a lot of interesting visual appeal. There's something going on everywhere. I love it.
I do like this. Yeah. Oh, look, with the little thing in the... That looks like it's been made from an old Mamod. That is a bit of an old Mamod.
Yeah, that is definitely Mamod.
Nice.
Oh.
This is really nice. There's a lot going on.
So much going on.
So this looks to have been really, really... Oh, GN15 says Awesome Bricks. Thank you for Almond Bank Model Railway, gauge 1 on OO track. That's quite a nice back scene, actually. That's just flat to the back, but that works really well. Oh, a lot of people are doing these can you find things.
It's a brilliant way of getting...
It's a great way. We can say from experience, because we do it with Minith Tattoos Newith, and it's a great way to engage, especially the kids. Although, incidentally, like, nod to the wise, sometimes if people spend a lot of time scrutinising Minith Tattoos Newith and find everything, particularly kids, sometimes we do give them a Monday Club badge. So
not always, though.
Not always, but once or twice, and those will be going forward blue badges.
But don't expect it, and certainly.
But don't expect it. If you just turn up and go, bad. It doesn't work like that. Normally, it's kids who are really excited that we want to encourage.
These are very nice. But I'm going to have to jump it on because we've got a little bit more time. Get some lollipops. Oh, we always have lollipops. I've normally eaten them by the end of Saturday.
We got a load of sweeties.
There's a busker on the station.
Leaning number and posting.
Schnapps side.
Schnapps. Oh, schnapps. Oh, I like the scenery. This is nice. Is this like O gauge or something? I'm getting a bit of an O gauge. It is. Oh, that's nice. Lovely trees. Very flickery lights. I think that's a mismatch between the camera's frame rate and the
we see that in the LEDs up here sometimes.
Yeah, that wouldn't be visible to the naked eye. But no, this is really good. I think I've seen this layout at shows.
Have you?
Yeah, I think I have. I do like a lot of these German stuff.
Eisenbahn? I've got some German trains and routes on Train Sim 4.
Andy Fryer's Junction says it was at Lee 2025.
So you did see it?
Yeah.
Königsmarker. I've got some of those wagons in Engage.
Engage! Oh no, we've gone to warp.
Oh, this is lovely.
Yeah,
but we're going to have to move on now.
So, a full video, there's like plenty to see on that.
This is a 16-minute video.
Nearly 17-minute video. So, they've done a great job there, actually, covering all of the layouts at the show.
Yeah,
so,
that was German O-Gauge from what I could see. That was cool.
So, have you posted the link in the chat?
I did.
Yeah.
A while back.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yes, I did. So, our final one that we've got tonight is from Mark Wilson.
Oh, always enjoy delving into Mark Wilson's miniature world.
This time his DeLorean has been to 1986 to have a look at Birmingham New Street. If you press the button, my dear.
Hit the lever. So we've taken a ride on the DeLorean. And can I just say, actually, Oxford Diecast, I think you really need to produce a DeLorean DMC-12.
Can you imagine the price that the license is for that?
Well, I don't know. Who owns the license to the design? Because DeLorean Motor Company went bust. And I wonder who actually bought the rights to the design.
The problem that you'd have is partly that the copyright is owned for the design is owned by one person. But the copyright for the design for the time machine aspect
you wouldn't
is
be
owned by another person.
You wouldn't be making the time machine. You'd be making the actual car. Hold on. Oh, excuse me.
And it's actually a very interesting thing. Every single time you see the Back to the Future flying DeLorean, it's never called Flying DeLorean. It's always Flying Time Machine.
Right. And
I have no idea why. But it's not just when Scale Electric made the flying one. It's also on the standalone diecast models that we've got.
But that's the thing, is you can find models of the Back to the Future DeLorean time machines, but I've never seen a model of the actual DMC-12, which is the car, where it just has the Louvre panel on the back, no time machine. Malco Blue says, sorry I'm very late tonight. My wife is very poorly. Oh, so sorry to hear.
We're sending her all our best.
Absolutely. And don't worry, nobody's ever late to the Monday Club.
Yeah. A Monday Clubber is never late to the wagons. No, Rory. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Yeah, great comment there. Big Boy 4018 says the light and shadow is really cool.
Yes.
It's
The
one
way
of the
he's
things.
got it's just incredible.
Mark Wilson has an incredible eye for detail and the photography as well. So, like, you look at that.
And it looks like a photo from the 80s.
Yeah, I suspect he takes them outside to get the photos, so he's using natural light. And that, can I just say, money shot, we're looking at Mark Wilson. If you're still in the chat, this is what you need to submit to Bachman. Always do every year a model photography competition.
He needs to be in
Submit this. I'm telling you now, what you're seeing there is a winner. Winner, chicken dinner.
To the point that some people are saying in the chat, is that real?
Yeah. That is a standout picture. I mean, like, look at like the litter on the track and stuff.
I'll go back.
Yeah.
The stuff on the track also.
40. Yeah. So it's it might be a Hellion 45. Bachman or Hellion. I actually don't know the difference. But
look at this stuff. It really does look.
But it's the light and the shadow. It's such an attention to detail. Really is great. So I mean, there's just an incredible eye for detail. Not
Mark
just
Wilson says he's an amateur. He's not.
No, you are not.
You're not.
You are bloody.
No,
good.
I respect the modesty, but you need to be sending these in.
Incredible eye for detail.
Yeah.
It always blows me away, and really great photographer as well.
This is so wonderful. It's a pleasure to watch.
Yeah. I'd love to see these layouts. And come on for a check-in. You could point your camera at one of these.
Yeah, you don't have to show your face. That's what we keep saying to people. You don't have to show your face. Just show your model. Perfectly fine.
Richard Gruter says, is that fake toilet paper on track? It could be all sorts. People used to just flush the bog anywhere they fancied. There always used to be a sign saying, do not flush
in stations, yeah.
Yeah, people always did. They'd be like, I got a job here for Wolverhampton.
Express delivery.
Yeah.
And they do it in that voice too.
Yeah, James Pett says, well, strictly he's not getting paid, so amateur, but a very, very skilled amateur.
Look at that. Come on, kiss her, you fool.
Yeah, Class 50s. Again, Class 50s are another designer locomotive. I was surprised that they didn't last longer. When you see in the 47s persisted, but the 50s were withdrawn. Yeah. I am very surprised. I would have thought the 50s could have lasted longer.
Look at all that detail.
I think they're Hornby 50s. And actually, I have to say, the Hornby Class 50 is a very, very good model. The way you can tell is the opening cab doors. But yeah, no, that's lovely. Oh! And I've now realised, from looking at that photo, I've got a part in my bits box, which I found on the layout. And I've been racking my brains. Like, what has this come off? It's the front step and ladder from a Class 50.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so I now have to look through all my Class 50s and find which ones shed a step.
When the train is in the station, please refrain from urination. I like that. I like that.
But taking a big jobber is on the cards. I don't know why I go all sort of like
fake
aggressive in Glaswegian.
And fake.
Yeah. The accent that can make anybody scared of you. That's a pretty baby.
You can't eat it.
Yeah.
These are just one. The way you do it, man. You seriously send these in. Get yourself into the competitions.
Yeah. James Pett says there were fewer of them and they were harder to maintain, I think. And they have done well in preservation, although we did lose, is it 50040, after a long period of being preserved, then got scrapped.
These are interesting. They're very flat front, and then
what's that, a 150?
Front.
Yeah, 150. They were like one of the earlier second generation. I mean, they're getting withdrawn now. But I don't know. I didn't mind them, but a lot of people saw them as usurping the first generation stuff. Which in turn, when the first generation was introduced, people saw them as usurping steam locomotives. So there you are.
Richard Tversky says, talking of broken parts, my Zoe figure has lost 2 arms. I'm armless.
But yeah,
Wow.
don't forget, you can get your full colour printed Model U figures of the Cupboard Monkey and myself available exclusively from Sawyer Models. And Sawyer Models will have them at Ali Pally. So you can pick them up as a 2 for deal on. You save, I think it's £2 off the RRP if you buy both of us together. No need for painting. They really are superb figures. And they are available right now to order off the Sawyer Models website.
I mean, look at that. Even the repairs on the concrete base. That's just incredible. The slight dirt texture. Everything is just... Oof.
It's the light and shadow that really works incredibly well. Because you've got that intense sunlight, which then creates these shadows.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just absolutely amazing. Oh, Gronk!
Gronk it up! Gronk it up!
Hashtag not a cult for legal and tax purposes.
Your mileage may vary. Consult your physician.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so 80s. Look at the tops. And the coats.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
David Newby says we've lost 2 50s, 23 and 43. Oh, in preservation. James Pett says, and the signal gantries. Yeah, there's a lot of Model U products on here. Let's not forget, Model U do some great products.
They really do.
08623, for a long period of time, that was on my I must try and find one list. I finally, I thought I got one, and I got pipped to the post, and then one of you guys had actually bought it and sent it to me, and I'm forever grateful. Thank you so much for the generosity.
This is wonderful.
Yeah, James Pett, Mark definitely has a massive eye for the detail.
Right,
and it's just the depth. The longer you look, the more there is to see.
Yes.
But I see that the Teapot of Time is running low on the filling of fornication. I don't know.
The Teapot of Time has run dry on the Crumpet of Destiny.
Oh, Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says that's actually Mark Wilson in the red blue coat. Was that the?
Is it? If I go back, the red blue coat. There you are.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
fantastic.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Yeah, Simon Tradesman of the Railway. That's better than what I got. Teapot of Time has gone cold. So anyway, we're coming to the end of another great Monday Club. A huge thank you to James from Thunderbolt Models coming on to talk to us about Covrail 26. Also, Krista Duke coming on as well. So we've got a bumper crop of exclusive blue badges to send out. You can also have your chance to be on the check-in and get your own free exclusive blue
we've got
badge.
the next few weeks booked up.
Yeah, we've got quite a few people. But like, if you're shy about being seen on camera, don't worry about it. Point your camera at your models. Job done.
Yeah.
So really looking forward to seeing some more of you on the show with your chance to get your exclusive. Put it back.
I was trying to work out what it
It's
was.
magnetic couplings. I found them in a box, and I thought, oh, actually, I need to add those to some coaches. But yeah, Earlstown Engage says, really enjoyed my first Monday Club. Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for joining us as well. It's been, stop it. It's been really great to have your company. But live streaming goodness continues with Gamehammer Classic Gaming. You'll get a prompt at the end of this stream to flick on over. All you have to do is click the button. And what have you got on?
Tonight we're playing Spartan Total Warrior and whatever else people ask for. But we've got a special going on tomorrow. Special. Because Thomas and Friends, Wonders of Sodor is released.
Yes, we're doing a twofer. We're doing a collaboration between
Yes.
I don't know how this works, actually.
I don't know how it works either.
Yeah, it's like, I think you just tick a box, like, yeah,
I may
I'll
have to
him.
invite you on, and then we get like the combination or something.
Yeah,
But yeah, we're going to be doing a crossover where we play Thomas.
Yeah, but I won't be on all day because some of us have to go to bed early because they've got to be going to work for a really early start.
Yes.
Going to Norwich.
Why?
Actually, no.
What did you do to deserve that?
Not going all the way to Norwich, otherwise I would be calling in at Great Eastern Models. I'm actually going to Snetterton Motor Racing Circuit for... So that's where I'm going on Wednesday, but it does mean that I have to get up at like midnight. What, from Snetterton Circuit?
Yeah.
There's not going to be a race going on.
Doesn't matter, just to say you've been there.
I have been there.
Good.
So don't forget to tickle that like button. That goes for everybody. Also, consider sharing the stream to social media. Let's get as many people as we can to know about the greatest online live stream for model railway people, except no substitute. Although, on a Wednesday, Iron Horse has got his Iron Horse Live. So,
They wouldn't call it the Wednesday Club.
yeah,
I really, really tried to push him.
we
for it,
did say
and he just said to me, "I am not your franchise." It's like that's not what I was trying to do.
yeah,
man.
it's not like setting up a Burger King or something. Burger
But yeah,
King.
it's been fun, guys. But I've got to go now and set up for the game.
Excellent. So, Earlstown Engage says, got my badge, so we'll be here regularly now. Boom! Thank you so much. Anyway, you guys take great care of yourself. Happy modelling. Bye for now.
Jenny loves you, diesel shunda. In the yard, you're no front runner. Unappreciated, slow and steady. Metal beast, you're always ready. Back and forth with wagons trailing. In the yard, you're never failing. Rusty wheels and engine humming, steady groans always coming. Gronk it up, you're the one who fills the cup. Pull those wagons back and forth, gronk it up for what you're worth. Gronk the 08 unsung hero. Diesel hard, but love is zero. Jenny sees your true intention. Endless work without a mention. Slow and steady, never flashy. In the yard where tracks are trashy. Jenny knows your secret song. To her, you're where you belong. Gronk it up, you're the one who fills the cup. Pull those wagons back and forth, gronk it up for what you're worth. Gronk it up, you're the one who fills the cup. Pull those wagons back and forth, gronk it up for what you're worth.
So, it's the end of the stream, and like we said, you'll get a prompt to head on over to the Gamehammer Classic Gaming All Request Monday. Just hit that button and you'll be moved straight on over there to continue enjoying your live streaming goodness.
If your request is shut up, you might be disappointed. You never know, you might not.
Do you want your phone?
Yes, please.
So we're just going to wait whilst the Monkey of Madness sets herself up on the stream. You leaving these up here, or are you taking?
Yeah, you wanted them.
Oh, yeah, I've acquired some Barry Stevenson's glue. It's good. It's a really good product.
It really is. Everyone says so.
Yeah, so it must be true. No, seriously, it's a really great product, and I'm never frightened of recommending products which are just genuinely great. It's not about being sponsored or anything like that. No, this is, I'm always first and foremost in my praise of genuinely great products. Richard Grooters, behave yourself, but that's a great dad joke. So you're sticking with that glue then, are you? So you're hearing the dulcet tones at the moment of a gronk. Yes, that's right. Gronk it up, gronk it up, gronk it up. Hashtag not a cult for legal and tax purposes. It's one of the new release Batman ones, the full all singing, all dancing SFX one. So it's got the weird wobbly couplings, which I don't use. I'll be honest with you. I just don't find a use for them. Not for me. If I was going to go for factory sound, I would just get the factory sound. But then again, it's only like 20 quid more for the flappy couplings. I don't know. But also we've got the Class 25 that I repaired. If you saw that Mazak Rock video, do check your 25s. I think it's catalogue number 32-408 is the actual catalogue number of 25286. That is the definite suspect one. I've had another person confirm that theirs is doing the same. I believe that D5702 in two-tone green, catalogue number 32-407 or 406, may also be from the same batch, one to check out. And the final one is the factory weathered edition of 25279. That is the 21-pin chassis version, not the original 8-pin chassis version, which is absolutely fine. So if you've got the factory weathered 25279 model from Bachmann, that is also potentially from the same batch and worth having a check. Did you shout? Okay. So I've just had word that the Cupboard Monkey is going live. So thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, you guys take great care of yourself. Please like, share, and subscribe. Stay frosty. Enjoy yourself, and more importantly, you enjoy this amazing, amazing hobby.